Hey, Star Stuffs. Welcome to the next episode. We're gonna talk about how you really follow your heart, because people talk about the shiz all the time, but they just say it like it's a platitude, and they don't teach you how to do it step by step. So we're gonna break it down. Let's have some follow your heart hacks today. Well, woo rakasha. Who's with me? Okay. So friends, following your heart, holy moly, it's like the thing we always tell our children to do. It's a thing we always tell people to do. But what are the mechanics of it? Really? And I just want to break this down so simply, because when we follow our hearts, we step into our highest purpose, our highest alignment with what it is we're meant to be doing in the world at any given moment. And just like right now, like I'm in my highest alignment sitting in a tub in Bali. And last year I was in my highest alignment being a stay-at-home mom for 4 years, having very little humans that I interacted with, staying alone at home all day with my children. But that was my highest purpose at the time. And developing myself and investing in myself and figuring out how to be my own inner magician, my own muse, and doing all of these things. That was my purpose then. This is my highest alignment right now, because I wouldn't be here unless that's what it was, because I've chosen this. I have actively, intentionally created this in my life, and I take full responsibility for sitting in this tub talking to you. So, my dear friends, I just don't want to mess up the design. It's so pretty, so I'm just going to do a little bit of scratchy scratch. Okay, back down in the water. Here we go. All right, so following your heart. The first thing is, holy moly, is just even knowing what that sensation feels like. As children, we do what we want to do because we're just fully present, because we don't have a lot of these mechanisms in place that create limitations for us. Unless our parents give us a lot of limitations and make us not trust ourselves from a young age, then that's a lot of work to undo a lot of that. And I think that's where a lot of people have been in their lives. That's where a lot of people I know who are star stuff, have been really diligently working on themselves, doing inner work for a number of months or years. I don't think you are here watching this little sharing unless you're really doing the work, unless you're really like investigating your own inner world. So I'm already just assuming that like you're on that path, or you are like about to be on that path like right now. So that being said, following your heart, what does it actually feel like in your body? Well, it feels like joy. It feels like peace. It feels like thinking about like, ooh, that sounds really cool to me. Or it could even be something simple. Oh yeah, that sounds like fun. Like genuinely. Or that sounds like just what I need right now. Or it feels like, oh my God, my world is crumbling and I feel so alone. But what I really want to do is just hold myself right here and know that I can hold myself. I think that's actually a lot of the process of what following our heart feels like. Because you follow your heart, you're following your own unique path, your own unique blueprint. And so nobody can really be the authority on that but you. And so you have to learn to trust your own yellow brick road, right? Like your own yellow brick road is going to lead you to your own Oz, whatever that is. Okay, Dorothy? Okay, Tin Man? Okay, Scarecrow? Okay, Lion? And so we can all compare notes, like as Ram Dass likes to say, we're just walking each other home, which is why also you're never going to hear from me one specific dogmatic reality. There's all different versions and paths to take to feel connected to our hearts, to feel connected to our highest purpose. I have studied and practiced so many of them, and I find beauty and truth and resonance and deep grace and deep salvation in all of them. In Jesus, in Buddha, in Krishna, in all aspects of the Divine Mother, and so many more, in so many traditions. So you're not going to get one practice from me that I'm like, oh, this is the end all be all, guys, because it's not. It's just my way. And my way, what I appreciate is sharing simple, practical, universal things that we can do that are rooted in our body, in the here, in the now, things that I could explain to a 5-year-old if I wanted to, because I feel like that's what we need as humans. Our lives are so busy, they're so complex. We need things that are simple, right? And when you reach a level of mastery in your life, most often you've reached a level of simplicity, or at least a level of simplicity to deal with the complexity for yourself, right? Okay, so following your heart, I think I ended talking about with like deeply holding yourself in whatever experience you're going through, particularly when you feel very alone, because part of following your heart, the most scariest part is knowing that you are actually your own authority. And that takes time to develop that. It's a skill. It takes time to deeply trust that. And we have to do it in these tolerable, incremental steps throughout our life. But we don't have to force ourselves to do this, you guys. You don't have to jump off a cliff in order to realize that you're an authority on your own life. Like you can just take a different route home from the grocery store. It can be as big and as bold as you want it to be, or as small and as subtle as you want it to be. And both are valuable. Both are valuable actions to take in your life, the micro and the macro, right? Because typically it's all the micro steps, the small physical actions, as well as the daily, working with yourself internally that allow you to have this deeper trust within yourself, right? Like Dr. Nicole LePera, the holistic psychologist, 8 years ago, 7 or 8 years ago at this point, I learned about boundaries from her. I learned about when we make promises to ourselves and keep them, we develop self-trust. And it's really that simple, you guys. It's like when you say, okay, I think this is what I need. I think this is what I want to do. I think this is the direction I want to go. Oh God, what's going to happen? If you just allow yourself to make small promises and keep them towards those things that are calling you, okay, then that's when you're going to just develop the trust that you need to keep going farther, to keep taking one more step, and then soon enough you're going to be like, I can skip down this yellow brick road that is my own roadmap, right? So it's building trust incrementally. It's saying, okay, this is what I want. And a lot of times we don't make these choices until we go through suffering. I mean, that's just the thing. I didn't understand to the depth to which I had abandoned myself, because I was in a situation where I was so subjected to emotional and physical abuse. I didn't realize how I had created that in my life. And when I say created, I mean we attract what we're meant, who we attract and the situations and the people in our life, we attract what we're meant to heal, right? It's not just you are what you attract. It's a little more complex than that sometimes, okay? But it's this isn't a blame game, oh, your life is going shitty and you're being abused, it's your fault. I am not saying that. Good Lord, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that when we have experiences in our life, they are meant to illuminate things for us. And if we allow ourselves to be abused, if we allow ourselves to be taken advantage of, if we allow ourselves for people to dismiss us and undermine us, and all of these things, and if we abandon our own needs to please others all the time, you're not going to be able to truly follow your heart. It's going to be very limited, okay? So this is why this trust component, this self-trust, is truly the highest form of safety you can feel within yourself, within your human self. Because if you really listen to what it is that your heart is calling you to do, that is what the spark of the divine has put into your heart. And so that's what you are trusting, okay? And even if you are guided to do things that are going to cause you discomfort, they're going to cause you pain, you're going to go through them, but you're going to learn from them, and they're going to strengthen you, enable you, fortify you to do the things that your heart is truly longing to experience in this life. So I'm not saying that if you follow your heart, it's going to be easy. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that it's going to be worth it. What I'm saying is that it's going to show you your own strength, and you will become truly your own warrior of your own heart. And when you get to be in that position, there's literally no one can pull you down anymore, and you will have healthy boundaries, and you will be living in alignment in your life. And this is success, you guys. This is authenticity. This is living your best life, right? That's what it is. Okay, so once we trust ourselves enough and we keep taking these baby steps in how we interact with the things that, oh God, that just are like calling us, you know, and allowing space for it all to happen. This is the next part. I think this is the part that I have gotten stuck in the most, and I call it reaching my edge. And most of the time I reach like my edge where I'm like, I don't know if I can trust myself anymore. I don't know if I can take that big of a leap into the unknown. I just don't know if I can do it. And it's like I cry, and I have to release fear, and I have to release my limiting beliefs, and I have to just go so deeply within until I feel deeply supported and held within my own heart. I call this the cliff, and you're going to meet this cliff over and over and over again in different ways, okay? But if you're willing to meet it over and over, you will like travel mountain tops. Like you'll be like pew pew pew, you'll be traveling mountains, okay? Not just like teeny tiny steps. You'll be traveling mountains in your own progress, in your own forward movement of your own path. But so often, the thing that I personally battled in each cliff that I reached in my own willingness to take the next leap of faith, to jump into the unknown, was my impatience. Good God, I've been trying to unpack this because I've been very intuitive, and a lot of us can feel very deeply. We can sense these things. We're like, oh God, like I know this is meant for me, but it's just like my life right now just isn't reflecting any of that. Oh my God, like when's it gonna happen, and how is it gonna happen? And it's the when and the how and the just not wanting to be here now. To me, that's been the crux of the majority of the resistance that I have had to meet at the edge of that cliff before the next level of expansion can take place. And I love this image all the time. It's so simple and so pure and true. It's like a flower before it expands and its petals open even more. If you watch videos of it in slow-mo, it has to gently contract. And it's always like that. We know this, but when we think we're in it, we think, oh God, nothing is moving forward. Nothing is changing. Oh shit, I'm crazy. I'm absolutely delusional. And you just have to like allow yourself to feel those things and know that that's just another level of fear and protection that your mind is trying to do, because you know what? It maybe hasn't experienced the true safety that it wants to have experienced before in order to feel like it's making a good step. You know, most people would rather stay comfortable their whole lives than actually do something that causes them to meet their edges. I've met many of those people. Some of them are my family. They absolutely have every blessing and resource in their life. And what are they doing? They're standing still and they're criticizing others who are taking leaps of faith in their own life. And you know, this is one thing I want to say. As soon as you start taking leaps, and as soon as you start really being the authority and what it is that your heart is calling you to do, people are going to think you're nuts. People are going to think you're ruining your life. People are going to question how you do anything, and they're going to try and tear you down. I've experienced this over and over and over, and every single time, you know what it's led me to do? Every encounter has led me to just go back into my heart even deeper and be the warrior of my own heart and listen and be like, no, like I am genuinely doing what is best for me and for my children. And I feel good about it. I can sleep at night, you know? And the more that I do that, it's amazing the support that comes to you, that just happens because you're supporting yourself, you're trusting yourself. And so then it's like, then things of that same frequency can come and meet you because you're there already. I mean, that's what manifestation is all about. Oh, hey, we're getting some cute leaves. Let's take them out. Hi, leaves. You're cute, but not as cute as the flowers today. Okay. So this is what I want to talk about. This next phase in following your heart. So once you're like, okay, like I've taken the steps, I've trusted, I've made some big bold moves, things are starting to shift, I really feel so good, I'm living my best life, whether or not like I'm seeing like everything change around me, but my inner condition is like so much happier and at peace and aligned, and I'm just doing things and showing up to the things. Then the next step is allowing yourself to completely let go of the timing, the how, and the when, to keep deepening that surrender. And that's a huge part of that cliff too, that we meet, that edge where we meet ourselves. It's okay, here we go, deeper surrender. Let's we know we're the bird gang. We know that we can even if the branch breaks beneath our little feet, we can just fly off to another branch. That's what this is. And it's just more deeply trusting that you can do that. And then once you've really started cooking, then it's about expanding into how you share what it is that you're doing, because ultimately what is guiding us is a purpose in how we can be of service. I like to say our pronouns are we and us, okay guys? Because when we're really following our hearts, we're really actually following a soul mission, our dharma, our path, our highest purpose. And so that means we become more and more of actionable service to others through whatever method that is, whether that's you just become the absolute friggin' best stay-at-home mom to your kids, or you become the absolute friggin' best CEO of a company, or you become the absolute friggin' best, painter in your neighborhood. Whatever that is, you're finally doing the thing. You're doing the thing, whether you're getting paid, or whether people are telling you it's great. You're just doing the thing that you have to do, right? You're doing it. And then how can you invite others into that experience with you? That is when we follow our heart like supernova. And like I said, it doesn't have to be something that's huge. It just is unique to you. How do you start to share that with others? How can you be of more service? Because now that your cup is more full, now that your heart is more engaged in the day-to-day actions of what it is that you're doing, now you have overflow to give. And this overflow, if you don't have a place for yourself to pour out into others, it's going to feel a little stuck. It's going to feel a little selfish. You're going to get in your head. You're going to find more resistances. But if you allow that energy to move through you out to others, holy shit, this expands your mission so much. It expands this follow your heart temple that's within inside of you. So yeah, that's how we follow our heart, gang. Okay? And you're just going to have to get used to making choices and figuring it out and making something out of nothing sometimes. In fact, a lot of times. Because the greatest things in our life, they all happen. They all start in our imagination. So that's where we start. We start in our imagination. What do you want to dream about? When you think about what would make you so deeply joyful, and not what you necessarily want. It's not I want a boat, I want a yacht, I want to sail the world. It's how do you want to feel in your day-to-day? What do you want to be doing? If you were living your absolute best life, what does that look like? What does that day in the life look like and feel like? Okay? And if you don't already have this imagined already, or if you just want to go into deeper imagination, that's what we're going to do right now. I just want you to imagine it. When you wake up in the morning, how do you feel? What are you doing? What's your ritual? Who are you with? What are the smells around you? What are the tastes of the things that you're tasting? We want to get into this sensory land, you guys, not just into this. This is what I want. I want to manifest a house with a pool in Bali. Like, no. We want to get into the sensory aspect of it and the heart feeling of it. What are you really doing? I want to just give some space right now. I invite everyone to just sit and feel that more deeply for yourself. Okay? So again, when you wake up in the morning, this morning where you're living this life, where your heart is just so full and so whole, what could that be? What could that be for you? Is anyone with you? And even if you're grieving someone who's not there with you, their presence can still be with you as you move forward in life. Or maybe there's somebody new who can be there with you as you go about this day. What do you smell? What are your surroundings? What do you taste? Where are you going? What feeling or purpose are you fulfilling in your day? Now, this purpose that you're doing, how is it impacting other people? Can you really imagine what does that impact look like? How are you impacting other people? It's what it is that you're doing, what you're loving doing. I want you to feel now this end of the day, this end of your day, this purposeful, beautiful, impactful day. How are you going to sleep at night? How do you feel? And just feel it. Feel it all in your body, in your heart. I'm just going to count back from 5. You can come back to the present moment or not. You can linger here if you'd like to. And we'll finish out our time here together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I just want to leave you with this, dear sweet star stuffs, that if you can imagine it, you can imagine it. It's possible. But even if you think, I'll never have enough money to do that, to feel this, with all those limiting beliefs, all those things that want to take away from the beauty and the joy of you just feeling into this right now, let those go. Let those go and just enjoy the beauty of the heart happiness that you just allowed yourself to sit in. Because it's soothing, because it's nourishing, because it's impactful when we do this. When we imagine our most best, beautiful, impactful lives. The more we imagine it, the more we can feel it can be possible. And if I don't know a simpler way to follow our heart than that, I don't know what is. I love you guys. You can do anything, star stuffs, with an open heart. Mwah! See you next time.